Spider goats, page 479, marker.
Bet you've never thought about the possibility of having a goat that is part spider. Keep watching to find out what you didn't know. Hello world! Welcome back to Genetic Geeks and our series on what you thought you knew about genetics but didn't. Today we're going to talk about GMOs, specifically the genetically modified goat that makes it a spider goat. As you very well know, spiders create a silk string that they use to make their webs. One spider in particular, the golden orb weaver spider, creates a silk called dragline silk that it uses to catch itself when it falls, and interestingly enough, it is stronger than Kevlar and 100 times stronger than human ligaments. This possibility of a fiber that's strong has huge possibilities that can be looked into. But how do we collect large enough quantities from tiny spiders? First thought would be to have a spider farm. Except the golden orb weaver is highly cannibalistic. It would not be possible to host a large amount of these spiders in a farm situation because they would just kill each other. So what now? You can't farm them, but you still want to study the potentiality of the silk. Well, in Utah, at Utah State University's farm, Dr. Lewis figured a way to harvest large amounts of this silk. And it's by taking the spider silk gene and putting it into the genome of a goat. Goats are a lot easier to farm and yield a lot of product that is easily attainable on a regular basis. Okay, so we put the gene for spider silk into the embryo of a goat, then what? Does the goat start sprouting 8 legs and shooting fibers out of another hole on its backside? No. The thing that goats produce is milk. So the silk gene produces the protein that makes the silk, and that protein can be found in the goat's milk. The gene is put into the goat produces milk, perfectly normal milk to be certain, besides the extra silk protein, and now the protein has to be taken out of the milk so that you can create the fiber. So to create the fiber, scientists take the milk back to the lab and filter it to remove all the fats so the proteins remain. From this purified protein comes the silk. Now to make it into the actual fiber, mimicking how spiders shoot little streams out, so they go like this. So we have these little holes where these little streams of the silk liquid come out. The scientists at this lab have created a synthetic version of that. Now you may think that shooting little streams of this liquid will just create more liquid. But the way that it is chemically structured, when it touches each other, it locks together like Lego blocks, forming a strand of fiber. As this is made, it can then be rolled onto a spool as one continuous thread. So but now you're like, okay, cool, spider goats that create a protein that makes silk. What now? Well, remember how I said there are so many possibilities with a fiber stronger than anything humans have created up to this date? Well, these scientists at the Utah University have discovered that there are many applications for it in the medical field. With positive results in tendon and ligament repair, there's also positive biochemical response, so it can go inside a living organism. There are so many possibilities these spider goats have presented to the medical genetic and as a whole the biology field. It's amazing. So now you know. You might have thought the only thing genetically modified was your corn, but nope. There are mutant animals currently running around out there without you even knowing it. Next time you see a goat, ask if it's also related to a spider. See ya!